So I just bought this new dress. Has a little brown belt to it. It's got yellow and blue and greens and browns. And I want to make a piece of jewelry for it so I can wear it to church tomorrow. So I got these really pretty beads from BeeBeecraft. Aren't they pretty? These are like little tiny flowers who remind me of the flowers that are in my dress. So they're going to look really nice. It's not the exact same blue, but it'll work because I'm not going to use a strand altogether. I'll be just interspersing these as kind of like spacer beads because I'm going to use a lot of this yellow, which is also in that dress. And I also got these from BeeBeecraft. Aren't they pretty? I love these. These are glass. These are jade, I believe. I'll leave links down in the description box below. More about these if you're interested in purchasing them, how you can do that, and then also a coupon code. I figured I'd also throw in some freshwater pearls, and then I have these wooden beads that I am going to intersperse in there. My dress has a little bit of brown, and so I don't know if I'm going to use the white, but the brown ones for sure. So I'm stringing along, and I really like this, but you know what? I didn't put any brown in there. I'm not for sure if I should start taking these apart. Put the brown in there. All right, here it is with the brown. Here it is without the brown. Which one do you like the best? I'm going to go with the brown just because it has brown, little patches of, not patches, but little spots of brown on my dress. Yeah, okay. But let me know, which do you like the best? So this is what it looks like so far, and I was going to go all the way around to make like about a 17-inch necklace, but you know what I think I'm going to do instead? I am going to stop right here. I started with the pearl and the yellow and ended with the pearl and the yellow, and I'm going to add some stainless steel chain toward the end. So I'm going to need findings in order to finish this necklace off, and I like to use, if I could find them, they must be in a different bag, but I like to use what they call clam shell bead caps or bead tips. Sometimes they call them crimp bead covers. Let me go put my hands on those and I'll be right back. Okay, here they are. They were staring me right in the face. I kept picking them up and putting them down. Oh, whatever. All right, so I'm going to use these. Show you what they look like. And then I also like to use these teeny, itty bitty silver tone seed beads. And I put those on the end. And this is the old school way of doing this. In today's times, people use crimp beads and crimp pliers and crimp covers and all that stuff. I just use these. And instead of using the crimp beads, or the little crimp beads with the crimp pliers, I just tie 2 knots. And by the way, I know a lot of people will be frowning on me for this, but I use 20-pound fishing line. It's the same stuff you get at the store for beading wire. It just doesn't cost as much because they're selling it as fishing gear rather than jewelry supplies. Excuse me. It's just like, okay, I'm going to squeeze this right here. It's just like, you know how women's clothes are a lot more expensive than men's clothes? It's just kind of the same thing. All right, and I'm going to trim this off. Now I always feel around to make sure like it's poking out a little bit there. So I just take my nail and I move it up. And a lot of times it'll go in there, but I'm just kind of sticking what left I have of my nail and pushing that back in there. All right, now we're going to do the other end. I've got a mess here. You probably can't even see what I'm doing with all this mess I have. Let me move that out of the way. All right, I'm going to slide my beads down, and I'm going to cut just enough where I have room to, all right, where'd that little tiny seed bead go? Oh, here it is. Put that on. Put your little crimp cover or clamshell bead cap on. And then I like to get a pin, a long pin. And I'm going to tie 2 knots and feed them into the opening of this thing right here. That's what I use my pin for. I just slide it down into the opening. And I pull it tight, but you don't want to pull it so tight where this is like stiff. You still want some little bit of fluidness to it. But you don't want it so loose where you're going to see your wire here. Okay, so I'm tying another knot, sliding in there. You want to make sure it doesn't get behind that hook. Sometimes that happens. This one you can do a little tighter. Just make sure it's down in there. And then you squeeze it gently shut. And cut that off, just like you did on the other side. Boom. Feel around for anything poking out, which I don't feel anything poking out, so that's good. All right. So now I need my chain. Now, a couple things I want to check. Is this going to fit? No. So I'm going to need some jump rings. Where did my jump rings go? I'd had everything put away. Now I'm getting all back out again. Okay, so I'm going to use these little, I think they're 4mm jump rings. And I'm going to, let's see. Open this up. Find the opening there. Make sure that's closed. Whoops, whoop. Okay, that's okay. That's not, no whoops, never mind. So then I'm going to take this hook, I'm going to put it in there like that. Okay? And I'm going to gently, I like to take my round nose pliers and just push that closed. Kind of click it in there to make sure that's closed. All right. So now I need to get my ruler out. Like I said, I have everything put away. I decided to do this video. All right. So I want a 17-inch necklace. So let me stick this on here so I can get a more accurate. I may even want a 16-inch necklace. Okay. There's 6. There's 12. Decision has to be made here. I gotta see, the clasp was probably going to be about 1 inch. So I'm gonna go. What should I do? Okay, I'm cutting 16 inches off. This is probably going to be closer to a 17-inch. Use your memory wire cutters to cut stainless steel. And then we're just going to open this up like we did on the other side. Close it back up. And now we got to determine the middle. Get a jump ring. See, I actually need 2 jump rings. And then a lobster claw clasp. Make sure this works. Doom-to-doom. Yep. Open this up. And this necklace is going to make a really good stack piece too. So I can layer it with some other pieces of jewelry. For instance, lately I've been wearing my mermaid necklace. I've been wearing it all summer long, and it's rarely been taken off. And I could stack that with this, which I probably will. And there we go. It is done. Oh, I love it. I'm excited to wear it to church tomorrow with my new dress. There you go. Thanks for joining me. Y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.